everybody, it's Shav and Nobody Else's Auto. Got a big load of parts we're going to check out. Don't have a whole car tonight, just a lot of parts. I hit an old salvage yard that when I get out that direction, I always like to stop by. I know the guy pretty well, he's become a pretty good friend over the years. Not open really to the public anymore, but he always lets me in, lets me get around, do some digging, and I brought home a big load of cool stuff. So that's what we're going to check out. But that does bring up another point. A lot of these pieces you see right behind me that we're going to take a look at and check out are for vehicles I don't actually have here. I bought parts off of them. I've got the parts in inventory. So which brings me up to another point that we've talked about a little bit on here before, and I want to make sure I'm super clear about it. Because if you call me and say, do you have parts for certain vehicle, or do you have a certain vehicle? I say, no, I don't have that exact vehicle. And you say, okay, thanks, and you hang up. That doesn't mean I don't have parts for it. So you need to be very, very specific, whether you're calling me or anybody else about parts. You say, do you have this particular car? And I say, I don't. And you say, okay, thanks, bye. And you don't tell me what you need. That doesn't mean I don't have 3 of them in this big load of parts that I just picked up, just because I don't have that exact car. So please keep that in mind, whether you're calling me or anybody else for parts. Be very specific about what you want. Because just because I don't have that vehicle doesn't mean I may not have the piece you need. And I run into that quite a bit. When people actually finally tell me, well, I actually need this particular part of that car, sometimes I do have that particular part. So please bear that in mind. Let's check out this new batch of cool inventory that I just picked up. So I got it all kind of spread out, got a wide variety of stuff. Kind of give you a quick overview, and then we're actually going to walk around and check out these specific pieces. Hey, there may be something you need here for your next particular project. We'll just start right here on the corner and kind of work our way around. There are 2 of these. These are actually original roof racks off of AMC Gremlins with the strips. The racks plus the little stainless strips that actually attach to the roof, kind of skid type strips off of old Gremlins. So something definitely kind of interesting for our AMC friends. Another roof rack. This is 73 to 77 GM A body. So that would be Malibu, Century, Cutlass, Le Mans wagons. And lots of miscellaneous stuff. 68 Fairlane front grille filler panel. There's an interesting grill. Dodge A100. The little mid to late 60s Dodge A100 grill. Got some dings and dents, but it's solid. Cordova taillights. Like I said, this is just a mismatch of everything. Cool parts I could find off of unique vehicles in this yard. 67 Buick Skylark 4-door hardtop back window moldings. Specific to 4-door hardtop with these little chrome spears in the corners. Not easy to find stuff. Here's some very interesting stuff. The little Valiant Barracuda fastback. This is actually the trim that goes under the, or right at the back edge of the big sloping back window on like a 66 Barracuda fastback based off the Valiant body, plus 1/4 molding and 1 taillight. Some other miscellaneous pieces, some 65 Chevelle ashtrays, 72 Monte Carlo rear quarter molding, some 69 Chevelle parts, a quarter window, some interior trim, and 1 front fender. This left front fender for this 69 Chevelle is actually a pretty fixable fender. It's got a little bit of damage. It's had a little bit of previous body work. We can see here it had a little bit of plastic in it, and it's got just a little bit of rust down here in the bottom, but overall it's still a very fixable and an OE original fender that is definitely workable and can be fixed. Some Ford hubcaps, just found a whole stack of them in a car, so I threw them in. Chevette taillight, a few other miscellaneous moldings, Ford pickup, 54 Pontiac. Here's a very, very hard to find piece. I was shocked that I actually found this. 50 to 52 era International pickup front hood ornament. Not broken, not chipped. The chrome's a little weak. It's going to need to be replated, but it is intact in one piece with no breaks or chips out of the pop metal on that. Extremely, extremely hard to find piece. I get calls for those all the time. So I was definitely excited to find that. Let's kind of head over this direction. We'll start right back up here. Taillight, some trim, and this trunk lid. This is actually off of a 78 Buick Century. This is the one with a little chopped off back, where they kind of had a sloping back on some of those 78, 79, originally A bodies, then turned into G body GM cars. Just the designation. They were still the same car. They started calling them A bodies, then they switched them to G bodies. But that's one of the little sloping rear trunk lids for that late 70s General Motors G body platform. The next trunk lid beside it, that's a very unique piece. We can see the louvers in that. And that is a 1 year only deal. That trunk lid is off of a 71 Impala two-door hardtop. GM only louvered those trunk lids in 71, and I don't even know if they did it for the entire year of 71. So that is a very unique trunk lid, 1 year only deal for a 71 Impala two-door. 73 Caprice front bumper, which is pretty rough, but it did have the bumper guards and the strips on it, so I went ahead and threw it in. 73 Caprice four-door side moldings. Some two-door stuff, 71 to 73 Impala and Caprice two-door back window moldings, 3 sets of those. C-pillar moldings, 3 sets of those. 1 set of the little spears for the C-pillar. Lots of two-door trim for those. Speaking of the 73 Caprice, the 73 Caprice only trunk lip molding with corners. Very hard to find piece, nice accessory for an Impala if you don't have the Caprice trim for your Impala. 73 taillights, 73 waste basket, the kick panel for the waste basket on the 73. And here's the rear filler panel off that 71 Impala I got the trunk lid off of as well. That goes right at the base of the window between the trunk lid and the back window, typically rusted out. This one's good and solid. And finally some 70 Impala two-door hardtop back window moldings as well. A few more 70s era GM Chevy pieces, 73 Impala two-door hardtop side moldings. These had the rubber inserts, but the rubber inserts have all fallen out. Plus a few pieces of side molding off of the 71 Impala two-door hardtop we got the trunk lid off of. 72 Buick Electra skirts. Big taillight out of a Buick Somerset. I don't know if anybody's building Buick Somersets, but that is a big one-piece taillight, and it wasn't broken, so I went ahead and snagged it. A little mid-80s era Buick Somerset. Working way over here to some other stuff. How about some Mark IV Lincoln stuff? Another car I do not have a Mark IV on the ground, but if you need taillights for a Mark IV, I have some pieces for the taillights. There again, be clear about what you need. If you call me and say, do you have a Lincoln Mark IV? I don't have any here. Don't mean I don't have parts for them. So I got a few pieces off of Mark IV. Cool Cadillac valve cover. I love valve covers. It has a Cadillac script in it. 66 Impala glove box door and steering wheel. Oh, here's some interesting trim. Doesn't look like much, but that goes around the back window of a 64 Impala station wagon. I actually picked up quite a bit of station wagon stuff. Some roof racks, 65, 6, 7, 8 era full-size GM roof racks. This is a complete frame, but did not have the strips. This one did not have a complete frame, but it had the strips. So should be able to have one complete roof rack for that, plus some extra pieces for that era of GM wagon. And one more roof rack that we haven't caught yet. This is a late 70s, early 80s. The square style Caprice is what that roof rack came off of. And to finish up some of the wagon stuff, 65 Pontiac Catalina. The side rear window stainless moldings should work for Chevy or Pontiac 65 and 66 full size. 67 Impala four-door side moldings. Headlight assembly and park light for like a 76 or 7 Cutlass. Found that laying there, so I threw it in. And some G-body stuff. Some G-body wagon side moldings around the rear, both rear side windows. Some 79 Monte Carlo side moldings, the door moldings for like a 79 Monte Carlo 1/4 piece. Taillight quarter extension, taillight covers. These are kind of cool. 77 Malibu Landau rear quarter windows. So, pretty big batch of interesting stuff that I was able to add to inventory. Let's check out one more little pile here. The emblems and the miscellaneous little pieces. All kinds of cool things. When you're going through an old salvage yard, you find all kinds of cool things. All kinds of old emblems, ornaments. So anyway, pretty good load, a lot of good stuff. Hopefully some of the stuff here that's going to help maybe with your restoration or a future project. But I'm going to get it all sorted, marked, and get it taken out to the yard and put it away. because one of these days somebody's going to need a lot of these pieces. So there you have it. New inventory, but not a car, but a lot of cool pieces. So I've done some of these videos before as I bring stuff in from salvage yards, swap meets, things like that. You guys always seem to enjoy checking out what I found, so that's why I brought this one to you for. If you see anything you need here or anything on any of the rest of the videos you may have questions about, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the description for this video as well. So we can have a conversation about your project. Just like I just told you earlier, be specific. Say, do you have any Lincoln Mark IVs? Nope. Okay, click, then I can't help you. If you need taillights for a Mark IV, I've got them on the shelf. So please be specific about that. So all that information is critical to know if I can help you. And that's what a lot of people don't think about. Do you have any of those little slope back G bodies? Nope. Well, I need a trunk lid for one, so I guess you can't help me. Click. There's one right there. That's what's critical about getting me the information about what you need. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Even though it wasn't another cool car to check out, it was more cool parts, more cool stuff. Like I said, I got a lot of sorting to do, a lot of marking to do, and start getting this stuff put away and into inventory. But got any questions, give me a shout. As always, thanks for watching. You like old cars, you like old trucks, you like memorabilia, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody's Show. Click that subscribe button and definitely click that notification button. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here. You don't want to miss any of that either. Like I said, you got any questions, give me a shout back. Check out the other videos, lots more cool content on here, and we hope to see you soon on the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.